My best friend tried to destroy my relationship with lies, and it backfired spectacularly. I never thought the person who would try to torpedo my relationship and my life would be my best friend. But here we are. Ellen and I met 3 years ago at our internship, and we clicked instantly. She was the person I vented to after a bad day, the one I celebrated milestones with. If you told me back then she'd end up being the one to spread vicious rumors about me, I would have laughed in your face. A little over a year ago, I started dating George. He was a sweet, steady guy in a different department. Our connection was easy, and after a month of dating, we officially became a couple. That's when Ellen started to change. At first, it was small things, a weird tone I rolls when I mentioned George. Then, a big overreaction when George called her to ask whether he should tell me he was sick. I was studying for the MCAT, and he didn't want to distract me. To me, it was considerate. To her, apparently, it was so inappropriate. He apologized, but she clung to the incident like it was proof he was a monster. After that, she started taking jabs at me. She accused me of ditching my friends for my boyfriend, even though I'd been careful to balance everything. When I tried to make plans with her, she canceled every time, sometimes with excuses so flimsy it was almost insulting. Then came the cold shoulder at work. We were assigned to the same project, and her passive-aggressive behavior turned into outright hostility. She'd pick apart my work, ignore me, and make every day feel like walking on glass. I tried to focus on finishing the internship and maintaining some peace. But the worst was yet to come. One afternoon, I met our coworker Kay for lunch, and he dropped a bomb on me. Ellen had been telling everyone that George was trying to cheat on me with her. That he called her late at night, sent her inappropriate texts, and spent parties eyeing her. My heart sank, but not because I believed it. George had never given me any reason to doubt him. I left work and drove straight to George's place. I told him everything. He looked devastated for me, not himself. He even offered, again, to let me go through his phone. I declined. I didn't need to. I trusted him. The real betrayal was Ellen. She hadn't just drifted away as a friend. She'd actively tried to destroy my relationship. And apparently, all our mutual friends had heard these lies for months, and not one of them told me. Fueled by hurt and rage, I called my supervisor the next morning. I didn't go into the personal drama, just calmly explained that our deteriorating dynamic was affecting my ability to work. He was understanding and let me finish the internship remotely. Those last months passed in a blur. When my contract ended, I received a glowing recommendation and was hired into my top choice department. I wish I could say that was the end of it, but it wasn't. Over the next year, I started to pull away from the friend group I'd shared with Ellen. It became clear that many of them weren't the kind of people I wanted around me anyway. Immature, gossipy, and willing to believe the worst without asking questions. I held on to the few who had my back. Then, a few weeks ago, my friend Alice shared more of Ellen's lies. Apparently, to lend credibility to her story, Ellen had claimed my longtime roommate Anna agreed that George was sketchy. That Anna thought George faked his illness, and that I was just using it as an excuse to cancel plans. When Alice told me, I called Anna immediately. She was horrified and dug through every message she'd ever exchanged with Ellen. Nothing even close to what Ellen had claimed. The only pattern we found was that any time I told Ellen I wasn't free, she texted Anna asking if I was with George. Over and over again. Looking back, it made sense in a sick way. Ellen had decided George was the enemy, and she was determined to convince everyone, maybe even me. Do I regret anything? Maybe I should have confronted her directly when the first red flags appeared. Maybe I should have trusted my instincts instead of giving her so many chances. But in the end, none of that excuses what she did. After everything, my life is better without her in it. George and I are stronger than ever, and I got into my top choice medical school. We're planning to get married after I finish my program. Ellen moved abroad for a while, but recently I heard she tried applying for jobs back at our old company. She was rejected from every department. And honestly, I'm not sorry. I'm a little vindicated. It still stings sometimes that someone I trusted so completely turned out to be so toxic. But if there's one thing I've learned, it's that true friends don't make you doubt yourself or the people you love. They don't spread lies to tear down your happiness. And if you catch someone doing that, no matter how close you once were, you don't owe them anything. Not your silence. Not your forgiveness.